Let's go and talk about Charlie Kirk and everything that's been going on there. This has been an ongoing conversation. There's the hearings happening right now, the pre-trial, and this has been crazy to see. The amount of evidence that has been put forth with all this, it seems very clear the direction that all this is going. But this has been a hot button topic, obviously. And Katie Couric had John Fetterman on her podcast / show, and it was asked.
A name I haven't heard in ages.
I know. Let's see how this conversation went and how, just trust me, she definitely was pushing, definitely not pushing anything here.
Do you think that flags should have been flown at half staff? Do you think his body should have been flown on Air Force Two? Do you think he should have posthumously be given the Presidential Medal of Freedom? I think some people felt that was perhaps over the top in terms of mourning someone.
Yeah, I don't want to hear shit after you put a guy who overdosed on Fent in a golden sarcophagus. What are we doing?
You know, it would be interesting to see what Katie Couric's reaction to the Summer of Love was. Let's see where this goes here.
How did you feel about that?
I'd say that was his choice and his prerogative, and that was really entirely up to him.
Did you have any issues now in hindsight over some of the things that Charlie Kirk said and some of the rhetoric he used during his life?
I didn't agree with much of it. I didn't closely follow his specific kinds of views, but I did.
I'm sure you learned about them after his death, though.
How much do you think that Katie Couric has actually watched his? You know, it's funny. What was it? 2 weeks ago, we saw a video of this guy who was talking about. They were talking about Charlie Kirk, and he realized that he had only been told the media narrative and that he hadn't actually watched any of the debates. And I bet that's the exact case, literally, for probably both these people. They never They never actually saw him talk through things. See, it's all her words, rhetoric over here. What about the rhetoric?
About them after his death, though.
No, I haven't done a deep dive on it. You know, we've all seen that terrible video. Perhaps if you've seen the actual video, I have. And it's like appalling. And that's part of the political violence. And from what I'm saying, it's like that's unacceptable. And engaging in a debate and views I strongly disagree on, that's part of the American democracy. And for me, it's that would never justify what's happened. And I just chose not to take the opportunity to argue his views after children lost his father in the most violent public way. I mean, so I would say the equivalent. The equivalent on the left might be, say, Mr. Piker. I strongly disagree with his views, but I'm appalled if something like that happened to him. Oh my God. I mean, that's, like we have to disagree in better ways where, you're going to solve it by shooting people. And that's why the kinds of rhetoric, we have to turn the temperature down. Extreme rhetoric makes it easier for extreme reactions or to justify them.
I think some people might say Charlie Kirk's rhetoric was extreme.
Isn't it amazing? It's just constantly, but, and it's...
Yep, your words are violence, and our violence is actually righteous and correct. And it never fails to amuse me that Fetterman with brain damage from an accident is like the most eloquent Democrat that's probably not lying to you. Like, I feel like this guy is being as honest as he can be. And
yes,
I agree with him in the way that I don't want to see violence happening. And it's crazy that the response has been violence. But I think after what happened with Charlie Kirk, the window for debate has closed. And especially, I very much believe with what Sam Hyde said, you have 2 weeks to do something about Charlie Kirk being assassinated. Nothing was done. And we see the left continuously escalating since then and promising to visit more violence upon more regular people leaning to the right. You have communists who have been elected to government in Washington and in New York, and you see Virginia pushing legislation to disenfranchise specifically white men as well. And it's just like this is coming to your state if you don't stop it. If you don't get involved locally, and if you don't try your best to get this done peacefully, I don't want to think about what will come if we fail at doing that.
It's amazing to see her just push and prod this entire time.
Yep.
You
I'm
okay?
sure she didn't even hear anything. I think she's just waiting for her turn to say like
Just waiting for the next talking
but-
point.
Yeah. I think you're 100% right here because hey, I think hey.
It's extreme. I think that's the conversation that happened. People condemned political violence, but they also felt a great deal of discomfort with his language, suggesting that these kinds of words lead to violence.
I also want to point out
know.
that she keeps smirking while she says this shit.
That's what they always do.
It's infuriating because they say this shit with like such a smugness of like, oh yeah, obviously I'm correct. Obviously his rhetoric was hateful. Obviously nothing said against me can be wrong, but I'm going to give you the privilege of speaking to me anyways because I want to see what weird little things you come up with in that brain of yours. Like it's also condescending every single fucking time.
You mean somebody who lives in Manhattan and has a net worth of over $110 million is out of touch and not and condescending? What are you talking? What are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! Yeah,
it's like it's possible to become rich and not become out of touch, right? Like we have motherfucking Keanu Reeves. He's like one of the most well-loved people. He's just like a down-to-earth guy. Whenever you see him out in public,
for sure. Oh, yeah, definitely. But Keanu Reeves is. You're talking about Katie Couric, who literally in the epicenter of New York in Manhattan over here. And this is
she's just high on farts.
100%.
Of words lead to violence. I don't know. I'm just kind of sharing my observations as I saw the conversations unfold.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think we agree that we probably didn't agree with much of what he said, and I think
although they probably couldn't tell you exactly what he said outside of the clips that they saw.
Yep. And it's like the people on the left, they never condemn the violence. They continuously say things to increase it. Like even during my own cancel campaign, I tried defending one person who tried ruining my life, being like, hey, yeah, there's a bunch of lies about this person circulating. Don't do that. Because not only is it bad to lie about things, but it hurts your cause in general because people aren't going to trust you. And they continued to attack me even in that. And they never denounced any of the like death threats that I had gotten that caused me to have to leave my apartment. And so it's like they're never going to ever take any kind of accountability. And as soon, if we can fix things, a ton of these people are going to be like, well, I didn't do that. I was always against the violence. And it's not going to be true. It's not.
Let's see if John Fetterman is.
I'm sure we both agree that you shouldn't shoot people, and you shouldn't execute them in public. And I think that's two things must be true.
Right. Yes. What a hot take right there.
Yeah.
See, I would have turned it around. Like anytime, like no one usually ever turns this around. So I just go like, all right, so I see that you're smirking a lot. Something's obviously very funny. Can you tell me what's funny about what I'm saying? So, like you stop right there and let them get whatever. It's like, well, okay, well then you think everything I'm saying is ridiculous. And is there any point of having this conversation? Or as a journalist who is supposed to just be kind of neutral, it seems like you're obviously coming in with a bias. All right, so you dirty seed. Let me tell you how this is going to work. Then I would say, okay, you know what, Katie? Here's a question for you. Clearly, you're on the side of it's okay to murder someone. What's your rule set? When are we allowed to murder someone? Just let me know, and then I'll continue talking back to you once you answer those questions because you're smirking this whole time. Obviously, there's a correct answer. What is that correct answer? And I'm not leaving until you answer that very question. When is it okay to murder someone? Katie, here. I'm waiting.
Well, and her response is, well, I'm here to interview you.
Clearly
her
not.
response
You're
would be some
smirking.
sort of like, I came here to interview you in good faith, and clearly you're not operating in good faith. Like they just turn it around
Katie, am
on
I
you.
smirking? Do you see if is there any smirk on my face, Katie?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
So answer the question. I'm not leaving. When is it okay to murder someone? Answer it. The end.
Right.
Free speech. I'm an absolute free speech guy. And you have the right to say these things. And you definitely also have the right not to get shot by sharing your views.
Yeah.
Controversial.
I
huh?
wish you'd her answer to that. God damn.
All right. Well, there's that. Like you truly do not hate the media enough. And consider with Katie Couric just constantly pushing and prodding that entire time. It's tiresome. And Phoenix, I love your solution. Just turn it back around. I'm here. I'm waiting.
See, I lived with there was no one better at this than my father, who could terrify the living shit out of anyone. If they even said one thing wrong, oh man, he would give you the eyes, and it's like, now we're in trouble. And so he knew how to shake people down to their core, because he didn't let anything, like if he heard even a little tiny bit of a smirk, there's a problem now. And it's like is this establishment going to go on fire kind of a problem. So yeah, I think more people should be, because the problem with this kind of stuff is that she got ultimately what she wanted. He cowered, right? He's going like, well, listen, maybe I don't agree with, like, that's off topic. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. So you just manipulated my answer, and once again I proved that you're bigger than me. It's like, no, woman, let me turn the tables against you now and go right back to the little propaganda that you're shooting out. Now you have to answer for what you're espousing. So I wish more people did that.
You need to say, quiet woman.
Shut up, silly woman.
Hit that subscribe button right here and watch another video right here.